You go.
Very dramatic.
You go now.
Yeah. Your acting skills getting better.
I could probably cry on cue if I wanted to.
Yeah. I think if you kicked me somewhere, I could probably cry.
No, you'd have to do the tweezer route. Actually, you didn't watch Friends. You wouldn't know.
No.
You missed out on so much by not watching Friends.
I'm happy to have missed out.
But everyone knows. Like, that's the one thing that unites most of the population is Friends.
Yeah, well, anyway, tell me what I'm missing out on then.
Tweezers, when you pluck your pubes, you can totally cry in queue then.
Yeah, I probably could.
To cry in queue, I just have to imagine I really need to go toilet, but I can't go to the toilet.
Ooh.
First world problems, people. That's how I cry in queue.
I hate that.
Yeah. What, when you really need to go to the toilet, but you know you can't?
Yeah.
It's the worst thing in the world. I was like that at work the other day because I was by myself.
Yeah.
And I can't really go unless I get someone to just cover because I have to look after money as well. Which I don't understand why, because if someone tried to rob the place, I'd let them. There's no way I'm getting involved in that. It's not my money.
Yeah.
Like, if someone tried to rob it saying, hey, give me all that money, I'm just like, okay, here. Like, just leave me alone. Leave me out of this.
Yeah.
Not my problem, mate.
I always really hate myself for drinking so much when I need to go to the toilet and then I can't.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I know I can't go to the toilet freely.
Yeah.
So but I still drink constantly anyway.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I've had times when we've been recording this and I've needed to go to the toilet.
Oh, I do that all the time. I still drink all the way through.
Yeah.
Why do you think whenever we shut it off, I say, I'll be right back, Matt, I'm going to the toilet?
Yeah. I sometimes let us do the
always
conversation first, but then, like, towards the end, I'm like, I really need to go now.
Yeah. But you never go. Not as far as I'm aware.
Not
Because
as
I
often.
always say, yeah, I'm going to the toilet.
I've been a couple of times. I punished myself for some reason.
Did I once stop an episode to go to the toilet? I think I did.
You might have done.
Yeah, I think I said, you know what, no, I need to go to the toilet. We'll get back to this later.
Yeah, well, duty calls, so...
So, listeners, if you've ever heard an episode where it sounds a bit weird, like the tone of our voices and what we've been saying after like a tiny little bit of white noise, it's because I cut out me going to the toilet. Don't know what episode that is, but it's an episode.
Yeah, you literally didn't even go to the bathroom to do it as well.
No, I just perched in a corner of this recording booth.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing recording this sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we just need to go. Maybe we should wear nappies while we're doing it.
Oh, yeah, that was a big thing, wasn't it, earlier?
Yeah, maybe I should wear nappies to work.
Yeah, adults.
Oh, that makes life so much easier.
Yeah, my sister, her daughter, my niece, she likes to piss a lot. She's
like not even a month old.
Yeah, she likes to piss a lot, though. She's like...
Has she pissed all over you yet?
No. I've only seen her twice, so I haven't got to that stage of cleaning her nappies yet, so...
You ain't seen her twice. You want to know what's really bad? I have a nephew that I've just never seen. He's like a year old.
That's understandable. I'm not sure I'd want my children to see you.
No, but they've offered, but I'm just like, I'll wait till he's a bit older and he can actually do stuff. So I have to politely decline.
Yeah. See, that's the difficult thing. I'd rather, like, get to know them when they can talk and stuff, but then when they can talk, they can be annoying as well.
Yeah, that's like a double-edged sword, really.
I'd just rather perhaps not know them at all. I think that might just be better.
That would be ideal. It sometimes works out in our favour, because I think my cousins now, because I have, like, a whole mess of cousins, like, so many, too many to count. Literally, I have too many to count.
Yeah.
I once told my dad, you know what, I've tried counting all my cousins and I can't do it. And then he started, and then he counted up all the ones on my mum's side, and then I said, okay, they're part of my first cousins, what about the ones on your side? And his face just dropped, and he was just like, I can't do that. I was like, yeah, see what I mean? So I have such a mess of cousins. Some of them are really young, so I think they've realised by that, at this point in their life, I'm quite bad-tempered.
Yeah.
So you sort of have to be good to me. That, and they'll always get sweets from me as long as they behave.
Yeah.
Well, I always give them sweets straight off the bat anyway, and that sort of makes them behave with me.
Yeah. Bribery is the best way, I've heard.
Yeah, no, but because I don't have to be with them all the time. I don't see them that often. So as long as they're good for the period of time that I'm with them, that's fine. I give them sweets. I hang out with them for like an hour, and then I go off somewhere. And if they're feeling restless, I put on Netflix or something for them. Plop them in front of the TV. It's fine. I can deal with that for a few hours a year.
Have you made them watch Hannibal yet?
No, I think they're a bit too young for that. Oh. You know the picture of the gentleman from Buffy the Vampire Slayer I sent you that I thought looked like the Grinning Man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my desktop picture. So what happened was I was turning on my laptop and I sort of left them there for a minute because I went off somewhere else. And then my cousins came and said, I had to shut the screen because the desktop picture was too scary. So I feel like maybe Hannibal was a bit too much for them.
But won't they just love the food and stuff like that? I mean...
And then they find out they're real people. My youngest cousin is 5 years old.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to appreciate it.
Okay, kids are so squeamish.
Yeah, they are. Like, when I was younger, but then, yeah, I had older siblings. I was watching shit I probably shouldn't have been watching.
I was squeamish when I was younger, so I can't really talk.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I was fine with it. That's why now I'm so desensitized to everything.
Yeah, I'm like that now, but I really wasn't like... Even for me, watching Casualty was... torture sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. I couldn't stand, like, really pale faces and stuff like that. No, people died.
See, my brother, he's 4 years older than me. My sister is 7 or 8 years older than me. So it's quite a fair gap. So I was watching stuff that they'd watch, which is, like, Terminator and then horror movies and, like, action movies where people die a lot. So I was watching that instead of, like, the Disney Channel the Disney films that you guys were watching. I didn't get all that emotional stuff and all that stuff about morality and racial segregation and stuff. I was just like,
racial segregation?
Well, like the Lion King, Scar. He's darker than all the other lions.
Yeah.
And he's deformed.
To be honest.
And he's the bad guy.
Lion King was pretty much the only Disney film I saw. We used to watch that loads for some reason.
I've actually never watched The Lion King.
Oh, you're missing out.
I've not watched a lot of them, okay? The only reason I know about... I've seen clips and stuff, because I did a piece of coursework in college about Disney, the company, and how it's a conglomerate and the media conglomerate. And I did a piece of coursework about Disney films, even though I hadn't actually watched any.
Yeah.
So I watched loads of clips and did lots of reading, and I got the gist. I feel.
Lion King's brutal, though.
No, I know people get really emotional about it, and then I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I've never watched it. I must feel how you feel whenever you tell people you've never watched Die Hard.
Yeah.
Which is the best Christmas movie ever. But for some reason this year it was on in April.
Yeah, that's odd, that is.
Yeah, I switched the channel and it was just like, Die fucking Hard.
Is it really like a Christmassy film?
It's on at Christmas, it's set at Christmas, okay? It's a Christmas film. It's the best Christmas film.
There's like The Great Escape always used to be played at Christmas, and that's got nothing to do with Christmas. And that's boring. I don't think I've ever managed to get through that whole film.
I don't think I've watched it.
But you know they escape in the end anyway, so...
Well, yeah, that's sort of the plot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the title. It kind of gives it away. It's like spoiler alert.
At this point, should we tell listeners that they're listening to a nothing episode?
Yeah, if you've guessed. Because so far we've talked about our bladders and...
No, but to be fair, this is like the opening segment of any episode.
Yeah, to be fair, we talk about...
But I think before we proceed any further... We basically don't have anything to talk about this week, so we're just going to talk for the sake of talking.
Do we even do intro music for this one?
No, we'll do the intro music after I've finished what I'm saying, Matt.
Oh, right.
Matt.
I didn't know you had anything else to say.
I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Thank you,
Intro music. Play
no, I wasn't going to say that, but fine.
I'm just going to say intro music until we get the message.
Okay, intro music.
Yeah.
Tommen, put it in here, all right?
Welcome to the Dorks Deduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
Thank you, Tommen.
Now what we said. I'm on TED Talks.
So this is going to be like the third Dorks one-shot. So clearly it's not going to be as good as the last two.
What, because they had the pervert
Because the third in a trilogy is never any good, is it? Sure, you get some anomalies, but the chances are the third one's probably going to be pretty shit. It's going to be a cash grab.
To be fair, even most like sequels are pretty shit. There's the odd sequel that's been all right. I
think Terminator 2 is a pretty great sequel.
Yeah, he's back, isn't he, in that one?
He's back, and he plays the good Terminator this time.
Aww.
It's the T-2000. I think it's the T-2000. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
But Die fucking 1 was the best one.
Die what? Sucking?
Die 1.
Oh, right. I thought you said sucking.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! I remember when I was little, we were making a board game in school. I think I was in year 4. And I loved Die Hard at the time. I still love Die Hard, but I loved it at the time. So I did sort of like a Snakes and Ladders version of Die Hard.
Yeah.
With like bombs and shit instead of Snakes and Ladders.
You were 11.
And all over the board, because I couldn't write Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. I wrote Yippee-ki-yay, mother duckers. Because I was in year 4, so I was, what, like 8, 9?
Wow.
And I probably didn't want people to call social services.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was Yippee-ki-yay. No, I think I did mother duckers once, and the rest were just Yippee-ki-yay.
Does explain a lot, to be honest.
I wonder what happened to that board game. I was so proud of it, and I took it home. It was like all laminated and everything. My parents probably chucked it like they chuck everything else away.
They probably burnt it to make sure there was no evidence.
It's laminated. It was not horrible if they burnt it. No, they probably just binned it like they bin everything. My parents aren't a sentimental bunch.
Yeah.
If you hadn't noticed.
You said your mum binned something of yours that you was like really important to you. Is it your Pokemon cards? She
thought I'd grown out of it, and that because I put it in a cupboard, that meant I didn't want it anymore. And was like, no, it's just not time for me to play with them right now.
Yeah.
They'll still be there in a few years. That was my intention. When I get back into playing with Pokemon cards, when it comes back into fashion, which it did.
Yeah.
Other people were playing it, and then I'm just like, oh shit, I don't have any Pokemon cards.
The older generation, they just don't understand, do they?
No, they don't. The older generation, they don't get attached to things as we do?
Oh, I think they do, just different things.
Like what? My parents don't seem attached to jack shit.
I don't know, I think like older generation, it tends to be more like music and stuff like that, I think. Another thing. There's other stuff.
Not my parents. My dad asked me why I have so much stuff. Why can't I throw it away? And I was like, no. If I ever get rid of stuff, I'm not chucking it away. Right? Especially if it's stuff that I like. If I'm going to get rid of it, I'm going to like sell it or something, or get something in return. I'm not just going to give it away for free.
Yeah, I know. Because like my dad was like a collector, but my mum, she didn't really have much.
I guess my parents just aren't sentimental enough to collect stuff.
Some people are just like that.
Yeah, like my parents were never the type of people that would you know when kids make drawings and stuff and parents put them on the fridge or put them up in the house? My parents never did that. For us, my brother went to America. We have a niece there. She drew a card for my brother and my sister because apparently I'm not important enough. Me and my little brother aren't important enough for some reason.
Yeah.
Probably because I don't bother Skyping her and shit. I see her once when she comes over. But who cares? Alright, she bit me a lot when she was a baby. Who cares? My parents still have that up in the fridge, and this was like a year ago that he went.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just like, really? So the amount of shit they used to throw away for our stuff that they used to bin. I made a bowl on my potter's wheel once. Don't know where that is.
I made a vase.
What happened to my potter's wheel, actually? What happened? Exactly. Where did that go?
You're gonna have to talk to your mum about that.
I used to have so much stuff.
Yeah, I do get the feeling that listening to this is quite tragic sometimes.
What, me?
Yeah, you just suddenly realise you don't know where your potter's thing is, and it might have been thrown away.
I used to have like a cat. Well, it wasn't a real cat, it was a stuffed cat, so like a doll.
Yeah.
That had like a pink brush where I'd just spend like hours brushing its hair. My mum never wanted to give me that. Like, she would put it in her room, she would hide it. I don't know why. She has this weird thing that she doesn't like animals. It wasn't a dead animal, it was never alive, it was a fake. It was faux, everything.
Yeah.
Yet she didn't like the face of the animal. So she'd always put it away because she didn't want me just playing with it freely. So I always used to have to find it and play with it and put it back before she found out.
Yeah.
It was my doll. I don't understand why.
There's just some...
She tried doing the same thing with my Texter. There was no fucking way she was going to take my robotic dog away from me. I loved my Texter until I broke its leg. I cried for hours. And then my parents fixed it, but it kept coming off again.
I definitely think there's some, like, psychoanalysis that needs to be done here.
You don't think I've Googled therapists living in South London?
Yeah, Islington kind of area.
This is my therapy, doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what made me think I needed therapy recently, though?
What?
You see, I've been buying loads of books, right?
Yeah.
And I get given loads of books. Like, you've given me loads of books over the years as well. I used to love reading. I used to read all the time when I was younger. I'd fall asleep with a book in my face.
Yeah.
And something happened. I blame it on Twilight. I blame a lot of things on Twilight, it seems. But I watched the film and I thought it was a so-so film. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought it was a film. It was forgettable. But my friends at the time, they were obsessed with it. So I had to watch it a few times and then I started fucking hating it. And then one of my friends was just like, oh no, you know what you need to do? You need to actually read the book because then you'll understand the movie better. And I was like, what's there to understand? But then she lent me the book, so I read it. My God. It just, like, ruined my love of reading.
Yeah.
Up until that point, I loved reading books. I used to read them frequently.
Do I know this friend at all?
No. Yeah, we're not friends anymore. Oh. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. Haven't spoken to her in years. Yeah, but I stopped reading. And yeah, I was just... I just filled my time with, like, watching stuff and browsing the internet. But lately, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to start reading again. So I decided to read a book a week.
Yeah.
And a funny thing happened when my brother walked into my bedroom and he was just like, you can read? He probably hasn't seen me reading a book in years, which is... Yeah.
So it's a fair point, then.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Even though I read all the Harry Potter books with him, but whatever. So I was reading... Anyway, onto my story. That was so long-winded getting there. Onto my story. I read Crash by J.J. Ballard. I told you about it.
Yeah.
I read it was controversial, and I sort of understand why it's controversial. Because it's about people being erotically charged through car crashes.
Yeah.
And witnessing car crashes and being involved in car crashes. So obviously it's going to be controversial.
Yeah.
But I went into it thinking, oh, I'm normal. I'm not going to find eroticism in it at all. But then J.G. Ballard, he's such a good writer, okay, that I read a few chapters of it.
Yeah.
And, like, the scenes, they were so vivid.
Yeah.
And so descriptive. And you could sort of just feel the heat.
Wow.
And then I was just like, oh my God, like, is there something wrong with me? Am I getting attracted to car crashes or something like that? Why am I seeing this? Why can I so totally empathise with everything that he's saying or this character is going through? And I thought there was something wrong with me. Yeah. Hence me thinking I might need a therapist.
Yeah.
But,
I was frightened you were about to tell me that you were turned on by that book.
No, it turns out I was just turned on by the writing.
Yeah.
Because remember I mentioned a few episodes back that I have a sexy book, the Sexy or Sweaty Filthy Boy, I've forgotten what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
So I decided to read a chapter of that just to see, I don't know, like to compare or something. Turns out, no, just attached to the writing, because I was reading that sexy book, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing, just the writing.
I've heard that about erotic books. They're not actually meant to be that erotic.
Erotic books, it was laughable.
Yeah, that's because, like, 50 Shades of Grey, they say the writing's really clunky and it's really bad. It's like...
I was just wondering how that book got published. I read about a chapter and a half. That were very short chapters, by the way. A chapter and a half. It's like the writer is like a 12-year-old girl that's probably never even spoken to a boy, let alone had sex with him. And I've forgotten what I was texting Chris about it before. One of the lines in it was literally, by the state of my lips, I could tell I was blowing him for a while.
Wow.
That was it. That was just one of the lines in the book. And there were so much more cheesy things. And it's like, my back hurts. Where did he screw me? He must have screwed... I remember him doing me on the sofa. Oh, no, wait, it was up against the wall. Oh, no, wait, we did it in bed. How many times did we have sex? I'm just like, Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with this girl? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this book? How is this a sexy book? How do people flick their bean over books like this? It's just, what the fuck? Erotic books are shit, apparently. Go read someone that's a brilliant writer. They're a lot better at it.
Yeah.
Describing a sex scene, even if it's just the one sex scene that's in the bloody book. It's going to be far more erotic than an actual erotic novel.
That's a good point there.
Yeah. But then I think that erotic novels are probably built that way as well.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it more gappy and make it less... as the least descriptive as possible, so lonely women... can picture themselves in that scenario.
I don't know. I just find it odd, to be honest, erotic literature for the most part.
Yeah. You just go watch porn. Who gives a shit? You're not classier than anyone else. It's basically the same. It's just in written form. And very badly, it turns out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great for, like, women to pleasure themselves. But
No, pleasuring yourself is fine. It's just over that, really.
It kind of. I heard someone describe like 50 Shades of Grey. The writing's like a washing machine or something.
I think I read a page of it. But then I was put off by it anyway because it started out as Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah.
They just switched the names. So I'm just like, hold on a second, this is fan fiction based on a book that is terribly written.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just just terrible.
Yeah. We should write erotic fiction.
I was saying to Chris, I was I was pulling out phrases that were better than that sweaty boy, filthy boy book. And I was like, hold on a second, I could totally write erotic fiction. I'd probably be better at it than these actual writers. And to be fair, it's not difficult to be better than them.
Could make like allusions to drilling and stuff like that.
No, that would be way too cheesy. I'm way too classy to do that shit.
What kind of stuff would you say then?
Should I scroll through my conversation with Chris?
Okay.
Actually, maybe we shouldn't. Let's
no,
not.
You incriminate yourself for once.
Let's not. Well, I said conversation with Chris. This is Morse code that we've been speaking in because he's imprisoned in... where is he imprisoned in now? Guantanamo?
I bet even he was shocked. I mean, that shows you how disgusting this was, I guess. Or disturbing. I bet it was disturbing, wasn't it?
What was disturbing?
What you were telling him.
Oh, no, it's not actually not. It's just, I just wanted to move on to another topic because I realised we've been talking about erotic fiction for the past 10 minutes. It's not that bad.
Well, why you're teasing me now?
It's not that bad, but this was like a month ago. I'd have to scroll through the conversation. I can't be bothered to do that. It's actually not that bad. Maybe you can... Actually, no, then he'd have to scroll through the conversation as well. You're never going to find it. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I've made up my mind. What you said was disturbing.
Okay, so I finished reading Crash. But I have started reading a book that I think is going to be my favourite book.
Yeah.
I've been reading a book called Any Human Heart by William Boyd.
Ooh.
It is actually... Well, I've not read all of it. I'm about halfway. I started this New Year's resolution in April that I was going to read a book a week. And last week or the week before, I read Crash and The Boy from Aleppo Who Painted the Wall by Sumiya Suka. Just a quick plug there.
Do we know
Buy it on Amazon now.
Do we know her at all?
Do we know her? I don't know.
No.
But I know that my name is in the dedications page, so yeah, I probably do. Your name isn't in the dedications page, is it?
Yeah. I'm not bitter about that at all.
And maybe No, I got really offended because before I used to pick up the book and read a bit and put it down for like months. But I read it from start to finish in like 3 days. And I got annoyed that she'd never named any character after me.
Yeah. Scandalous.
And, like, yeah, I know. Now I'm just probably going to write a novel just to spite her, and then I'll put all of you in it but her.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, I think.
I tell you what, if she doesn't put a dedication to me in her next book, there's going to be trouble.
She has to always put a dedication to me, because I'm just me.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish my point.
You're always there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just always there. Even though she's in Dubai, I'm always there.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to finish my point. Any Human Heart by William Boyd, I underestimated it. I didn't realise it was as lengthy as it was. I'm not going to finish that in a week.
Yeah.
I've been trying. It's about 500 pages and the writing isn't exactly big.
What's it about?
Okay, so it's in like a format of a man's diary.
Ooh.
A fictional man.
Yeah.
Called Logan Mount Stewart.
Yeah.
So it's his diary from his teen years, from like late teens in the 1920s to whenever he either stopped writing or died. I don't know. I haven't finished the book yet. But he becomes a writer.
Yeah.
So he interacts with people like Ernest Hemingway, Ian Fleming, and he's also involved in the arts. So he meets up with Picasso, and he goes all around Europe. And then World War II happens, and he ends up having to serve in that World War II. I'm not going to say anything else about it. Oh, that's how I've gotten to the bit after the World War II. The war has ended. But I'm not going to say anything else in case people want to go off and read it, which I think you should.
It does sound interesting.
Matt, I think you should.
Yeah.
It is actually really good. I think you'd really like it. I really like it. It's like I'm living a life.
It's kind of our favourite period as well.
Yeah. It's like I'm sort of going back in time and living through it with him.
Yeah.
That's what a good book does, I feel. Especially seeing that it's formatted like a diary.
Yeah.
I'm reading their thoughts and their movements and everything. It really does feel like I'm there with him.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy
I
this
really
one.
like it. I think it's going to be one of my favourite books.
Yeah. See, I started off the year quite well. I read a lot of, because I like Agatha Christie quite a lot. So I read, 6 or 7 of her books over, the Christmas holidays. But then I've barely read anything since.
Yeah. I used to always make excuse after excuse why I wouldn't do stuff. I would leave, because I watch a lot of TV. If you know I watch a lot of TV. People that, I'm going to do myself a big plug now. People that read The Eternal Sunshine of the Spockful Mind blog will also know that I watch a lot of shit. I work during the week, so I put off all my watching till the weekend. During the week, I might spend the evenings writing or editing or procrastinating, more likely procrastinating. So I wouldn't give my time to just sit back and read or just relax or just sit in a park and read.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just spacing it out, just managing my time better. And I'll read on the bus to work, on the bus back, read for an hour before I go to bed.
Yeah.
It's actually been quite nice.
Yeah.
Not having to not procrastinating, actually making my time mean something.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still not doing anything. But, but it feels like I am. It feels like I lived through the war.
That's quite something. I love reading. In the last couple of years, I've started to do it more than I used to.
Yeah, no, I used to read, all the time.
Yeah.
I'd go out. I frequented libraries often because my parents wouldn't buy me a book every week. So I'd go to the library every Saturday and spend all day there and then come back home with loads of books. And I'd read all of those. And, in our local library as well.
Yeah.
And they used to sell old books for, 20p. So my dad would give me £1 and I'd go and pick out loads of books. So I used to have so many and I used to read all the time and then I just stopped. So it's actually been quite nice getting back into it.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I enjoyed doing it. And because I have a lot of books anyway, it's just gathering dust. I should read it. I have a lot of books and I still buy them. And you give me them as well. And the ones that you've given me are actually look quite interesting. I think the next one that I'm going to start reading is Survivor by Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah,
I think that's his name.
I think that's right. I think
I might try and buy some Henry Mankell ones as well. And I bought The Man in the High Castle as well.
Did you? Ah.
Yeah, so I might read that.
I do want to get around to reading that at some point.
Yeah. But the thing is, I do really love Any Human Heart by William Boyd, so I want to read some more of his stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of others. So I'm not sure if I might just take a break from him and read The Survivor and then go back to one of his books.
Yeah. You should read Henning Mankell. He is good.
Yeah, maybe. I'll buy some next time I go onto Amazon for whatever reason, just decide to fuck my bank account over. I might buy a few. I've got a lot of books for someone that barely reads.
Yeah.
I have so many.
I've got loads I've got to get through.
Yeah, I've got loads still at my parents' as well.
Yeah.
So I've got them spread over 2 houses.
Yeah, I've got I've got 3 bookshelves. Sort of, some of them have got DVDs on them as well, so, yeah.
Well, okay, should we count in my room? I'm sitting in my room now. I've got 2 bookcases, right?
Yeah.
On one bookcase, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows are filled with DVDs. 1 row at the top is filled with books. And the other one is a smaller bookcase, so it's 3 rows in total, and they're all filled with DVDs, and on top of it, it's filled with books.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of shit. I have a lot of DVDs to get through as well.
I've got quite a lot to get through as well.
I don't think I'll ever get through all the DVDs I have.
Yeah.
I think I've sort of come to terms with that, unless I'm unemployed for a really long time. Actually, to be fair, I've booked some annual leave. We'll see if it gets approved or not. I've just told them, I'm not going to be here. So you should probably sort something out.
Yeah.
And they haven't responded, so, either I've just quit or they've given me annual leave. I don't know, and I don't really care.
You'll find out.
Yeah, I'll find out come July, August. I think this is our 52nd episode. We're spending our 52nd episode not doing anything. We're just chatting.
Yeah, it's nice doing this, I think.
Yeah, it's nice. We didn't have to research for this topic.
We could actually sound relatively intelligent as well. Oh, wow. We read.
I love how the nothing episode we actually sound intelligent. We're talking about books and stuff. And I don't think I've sworn once.
I know.
Actually, I probably have. I just haven't noticed.
I don't know. Well, it's been traumatic for you at times, so...
Yeah, just thinking back to all the shit that my parents threw away. It's another reason I don't like them coming to my house and going into my room, because I'm afraid they might get rid of my stuff.
Yeah.
They've done it before. They've done it in the past when I'm out. When I was living with them and I went out and then I came home and I was like, where the hell is all my shit?
Yeah.
Where is it all gone? And my mum said charity shop, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Charity starts at home, and I bought that for myself.
Yeah.
So it's mine. I'll give it to the charity shop when I'm good and ready.
I know. It's what families like. Like, they got rid of loads of like Dad's books and stuff like that.
Really?
They just put them
That's
in the
not
skip. They
very
didn't even
nice.
put them in like. They didn't even give them to a charity shop.
That's
they just
horrible.
Threw them away.
That's
horrible. We were allowed to like.
You should set them on fire,
Yeah.
as in the people,
Yeah.
not the books.
We were allowed to choose the ones we wanted to keep, but like the others, and just got thrown away.
Why couldn't you put them in storage? I mean, it's your money.
Yeah, there's some really nice books there as well. So
That's horrible.
Yeah.
What bastards!
I know.
I really don't like your family.
Yeah, they got rid of.
I don't mind your sister. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know her. Actually, to be fair, I did meet her once, but
Yeah. I'm sure you made an impact on each other's lives.
she didn't really say anything, did she?
No, she's a bit
No.
like me. She's not the most talkative of people. No, they got rid of loads of my dad's stuff.
That's horrible. I mean, I don't understand why, but they wouldn't just let you keep it in storage and like charge you guys for it.
Yeah,
I mean, your sister was how old though?
she was 19, so
Yeah, 19. So she would have had some of the money, so she could have paid for the storage if she wanted to keep it.
yeah.
That's not very nice.
Oh well, it's kind of
Bastards.
Yeah, now it's like therapy for me.
It is therapy for us. This episode is not a Dorks one-shot episode 3, or part 3, or the threequel. Oh my god, Dorks one-shot, the threequel.
Threequel. I know.
This is not that. This is our therapy session. You are delving into our psyche right now.
This will probably be the best episode we've ever done, because it's about us, and we are fascinating. Oh.
And it's just us. We don't have the Chris. We don't have the
Annie.
It's just us.
Yeah, no ghosts haunting us.
You know what I realised, right? We haven't actually said our names or who we are since like the first couple of episodes. So if people are just jumping in, they're just like, okay, who are these people? Why are they so weird?
Yeah.
I mean, not that you actually care, but he's Matt and I'm Tarmin.
You could have given like fake names, so things.
We probably could have done. When you Google us, this is what you'll find.
Yeah, that way, like, we don't incriminate ourselves so much, so we can say anything we want. And
yeah, I don't think enough people listen to this for us to be incriminated for anything. By the way, listeners, if you ever do try and Google me, you will find a website called like Hollywood Posts or something like that. I have never written for that website. I would like to say that now. They've taken articles that I wrote for other websites and posted it on theirs.
Ooh.
So I don't know how to sort that, but I just really annoyed me. I was like, no, I didn't sign up to write for you.
They didn't ask your permission.
No, they might have asked the website's permission, I don't know. But they didn't ask mine.
I'm pretty sure there's something against that, some law.
It didn't look like a professional website. I mean, it just looked really bare bones. So that was the most annoying thing. I wouldn't have minded it as much if it looked like a website worth writing for.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, if you Google me or you look me up and you find that, I have no part of that. I mean, I did the writing, but I did not sign up for that shit.
Yeah. As for me, I'm too humble to have a Wikipedia page, so...
I wish... okay, it's been almost a year and we still don't have a Wikipedia page. It's really annoying. Like, you get, like, people that are nothing that have Wikipedia pages.
Yeah, I mean, these reality TV stars have Wikipedia pages.
Yeah, and they've done nothing.
We actually do things in this podcast. We're serious.
We research stuff that don't have Wikipedia pages and do an episode that's over an hour long about it.
Yeah. We're a serious organisation, we are here.
Yeah. Yeah. Judged by this episode where we don't actually talk about anything.
Yeah. We try to solve crimes. From the comfort of our homes.
We also incite committing crimes sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, prostitution is a crime, and we are opening up our own brothel.
Yeah. We probably should have been more quiet about that one.
Probably shouldn't have talked about it over the course of 3 episodes now.
Yeah. I think they might actually start to think we're serious about this. Although if steak is involved, I'm perfectly serious about it.
Well, that will be our cover story. It'll be a steakhouse/bar.
Yeah. I might be
And
actually
then-
going to one tomorrow night for my birthday.
I thought you were going to some castle and to see some other
It's
shit.
going to be raining, so there's no point going there. So we're going out instead.
Okay.
So, but I'll find out if there's any like prostitutes there tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you'll do the research.
Yeah. I'll just ask anyone that's there, are you a prostitute? I will probably get slapped or punched, one of the two.
Punched by the angry boy from Silver Fathers.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be killed. But I'm dedicated
be-
to the research for this.
Yeah. You know what I'm doing, Matt, tomorrow? I'm fucking editing
Okay.
and reading, apparently.
Yeah.
I really want to get this book finished by the end of the week, but I don't know how that's going to happen.
How many pages have you got left?
A couple hundred. Actually, I might actually get a couple hundred done if... Depends on how free I manage to be this weekend, because I'm supposed to be going out on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it depends on how long I'm out for and how tired I am when I get back.
I don't know.
But I bought like a book light as well.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. You attach it to your book and it lights it up.
Yeah.
And I haven't had to charge it once since I got it.
Haven't you? I always used to
No,
find
it lasted a really long
They never
time.
used to last that long with me.
I've used it for at least several hours.
Yeah.
I mean, one time I used it for 2 hours straight. It didn't overheat. It didn't go out. It didn't do anything.
No, I used to love those book lights, though. I don't know, there's something nice about reading under that kind of light. I tell you what, though, with detective fiction, with 200 pages, I will get through that. Because I'm desperate to find
200
out.
pages, actually, I could probably get through fairly easily.
Yeah.
It just depends on how much other shit I have to do this weekend.
Yeah. Well, you should do a book club.
No, but you know, the moment I start a book club, I will stop
Yeah.
reading books.
Oh, that'd be awful, having to talk about a book you've not read.
Oh, the amount of times I did that, actually.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I did English literature, and I did a piece of coursework. Don't know why I picked it, but I had to do it on 3 books. I'd only read one of the books in full. Yet I still managed to finish it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why. I feel like I'm an idiot, but I'm actually very smart as well. And I managed to pass. And in university, I did a piece of an essay. I'd only watched one of the films. I've actually done this a few times. I only watched one of the films, but I referenced loads of them. I got a B, and he said, oh, I showed a good knowledge of films that I'd watched. And I was like, great. In college, another piece of coursework for film, I'd watched 2 out of 3 of the films.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't just sit down and watch it, but I'm just like, no, I just can't be bothered. And then I'm just like, shit, I need to start writing this now.
Yeah.
I've actually time to watch it while I'm writing it. So I end up just looking at clips rather than watching the whole thing.
I think I did that with one of them because I didn't have time to watch the film. I used to just go on the internet and find articles about the film and reference.
How the hell did I get through any education, to be honest? I didn't study. I didn't even do the bare minimum. I did less than the bare minimum. Most of the time I didn't even go to classes.
Yeah. We barely went to any of the films, did we?
Yeah, I went to the lectures, but I didn't... Well, no, I went to the seminars. I got other people to sign me into the lectures most of the time. And screenings, I didn't really go to
Well, I
anyway.
remember we used to do sometimes. We used to go to the first half of the lectures and then we'd go off and have food. That's
No,
the first
I think we
year.
went to the first half of the screenings and went off to have food.
Did we? I thought it was the
Yeah.
lectures.
No, because we can't just leave a lecture inconspicuously. We could leave the screening because it was dark.
I don't. The lectures were quite. There's quite a lot of people there, though.
Yeah, I know, but they don't care. The lecturers aren't there. For the screenings, the lecturers aren't there, so we could just leave.
I'm sure we left halfway through some of the lectures.
No, I don't think so.
I thought we did.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh well, I'm sure we did, but anyway.
My boss her kid was, he's doing his GCSEs now, and then she was like, oh, you did really well, you went to university and stuff. Do you have any tips? And I was like, and I looked at her and I was like, well, my tip is to not study because it will make you panic. It's best to just go in there. And then that's the real test, if you actually know the stuff.
Yeah.
And then she looked at me, she was like, I'm not going to tell him to do that. I was like, okay, good. Don't. Just because that's how I got through life doesn't mean that's how your son will get through life.
Yeah.
But I think that is it, though. That's the best way to do a test. That's the true test of knowledge when you haven't revised. That's how you know that you've learned something.
Yeah, but...
Whereas if you revise, that means that, no, you've just learned that in the last week.
If you're not there for
And you're going to forget.
half the stuff, though, how do you know?
Pardon?
If you're not there for half the stuff, how do you know that stuff?
Well, because I'm brilliant, I guess.
I'm sure there's another explanation.
No, I think my proudest moment was I was off school for a few weeks because I had to have my tonsils out. And this was when they were doing the physics part of science.
Ooh, I hate
and when I
physics.
came back, there was an exam.
Yeah.
So my teacher was just like, okay, come to class after school and I'll give you a crash course and we'll just hope for the best. I got an A star in that part of the essay.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Not overall. That part. That was my proudest moment ever. And because I don't know fuck all about physics.
Oh, he does know about physics.
Scientists.
Yeah, but they're weirdos anyway, so...
I don't think scientists are rubbish. I think they're very good and they make advancements in the world.
I never said they were weird.
And if I have to have an iron lung, I'd like you to make me one.
I did not say you were weird.
I like scientists.
Yeah, me too. I love them.
They make a lot of discoveries.
Yeah, I bow down before them.
Yeah, so this has actually dragged on for a fair bit.
Yeah, this is longer than it should be.
Yeah, I thought we'd be doing half an hour one. I thought it was going to be very, very short. But that's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah, we just talk too much. That's our problem.
Yeah. This was an episode of nothingness, but we talked about peeing, we talked about flicking the bean, we talked about erotic fiction, we talked about novels, we talked about sentimentality, we talked about loss of childhood memories.
Basically, human experience.
We talked about education. Yeah. So this is like the most packed episode we've ever had.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of ground.
I think here, this is what this podcast's about, the human experience, I think.
No, do you want to know what this podcast is about? Yeah. It's talking about things and stuff and other things.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, me too. So this episode just embodies us.
Yeah. We can talk about anything.
We can talk about anything. We could talk about anything for hours.
Yeah.
We talk for hours after we finish recording an episode. So sometimes I feel like maybe we should have just left the recording on.
Yeah.
And then come up with we probably should just record ourselves constantly and then we'll come up with like a million one-shots. But then no, we're not doing that because someone has to edit that shit and it's always going to be me, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I think that's insinuating that we'll always be interesting. It's a little bit arrogant.
No. We're either interesting or we're as dumb as bricks and people will find it funny.
Yeah.
Or they'll just lose any respect for us that they ever had for some reason. If you had any respect for us, you might lose it if you hear us outside of the episodes.
I mean, I've got enough respect for myself to make up for everyone else, so...
Do you really?
Yeah, of course I do. I made that clear by the fact that, you know, I'd be a prostitute for steak. That is the kind of level of self-respect I have.
I've got so much self-respect. Yeah, so I think this threequel should draw to a close.
Otherwise it will never end.
Yeah, because we could just keep going.
Yeah.
About the most random shit.
Yeah.
But we need to say goodbye because I don't want to have to edit us talking about random shit.
Also, we're ill, so we're going to die.
Yeah, we are actually still ill from last week because we were ill last week, Matt.
It good.
So we're still ill now.
Yeah, our illnesses just go on forever, don't they?
Yeah, no. It wasn't because the last episode was recorded an hour ago. It's because we're still ill from a week ago.
Yeah, we're not trying to deceive you at all.
No. This is episode 52. Our threequel.
Hang on, shouldn't that be our anniversary?
No, because we had the Christmas episode.
Oh, yeah.
And also, episode 52 isn't going to be bang on the anniversary of the episode, well, the day the first episode went up. It's never going to be bang on anyway.
Yeah.
So this is episode 52, our threequel, and we hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. And if you didn't, well...
Fuck you.
Yeah. If you did and you want to get in touch, you could always email at thedorkseduction@gmail.com. You could do the Twitter thing. You can do the Facebook thing. We are on SoundCloud and iTunes. If you could rate us on iTunes, that would be great. Or leave a comment or something like that. That would be great. On SoundCloud, we've had quite a few people liking us and reposting us. That's great. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. And then we actually will set up a Patreon account probably to get your hard-earned money. Because that's what we're in it for. I mean, we spent the whole year doing this. But yeah, that's what we really want the money.
Yeah, just give it to us, bitches.
Yeah. We like to play the long game. We're just like, no, hold on a second. We're going to do this. It will take us like a couple of decades to actually earn any money from it, but then we'll be golden.
I think, to be honest, I think we're being quite selfless here. We do.
Yeah. I mean, we pay the registration fee as well. We pay the yearly fee. That's coming up as well. Remember, Matt?
Yeah.
We have to renew this.
God, yeah.
Every year, £85 a month. £85 a month, £85 a year.
Yeah, but we entertain millions of people for free.
No, Matt, we entertain hundreds a month.
I'm trying to,
No, we entertain, like, I don't know what our overall figures are, actually. I've never looked it up. But I know our 3 monthly average is in the thousands.
That's positive, I think. That's
Yeah.
more than I expected us to get, to be honest.
Yeah, no. When we first started, I'm just like, we'd listen to it, our friends would listen to it, and that's it.
Yeah.
It turns out other people do. I mean, it's a bit peculiar sometimes when I realise other people listen to us.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy it, that's fine. That's what I like.
Yeah.
That's enough for us.
Yeah. We're here for your pleasure, so...
Yes. Yeah, so come along to the Dorks Seduction Brothel.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
goodbye.
Bye.